All right, good morning, boys. What is up? Today is fucking Thursday, December 11th. I am going to not be home tomorrow, so the trade recap is going to be weird tomorrow. Just so you guys know, I'm going to be on a farm, so that's going to be fucked. But we did secure a $5,000 payout today. We made 930 across 4 accounts, and then 1,000 on one. That's why you see that it's not copy traded, because one of the accounts needed an extra $50 to meet consistency, so I traded it separately. Besides that, essentially made $4,000 trading on the day. We also made $3,000 trading on all our evals, meaning our evals are all at $157,000. So hopefully one more winning trade and we have max allocation on Tradeify. Like I said, those accounts are 40% off right now. The flex accounts, the sale ends tomorrow. So if I were you guys, I would take advantage of this discount right over here. Tradeify is 40% off if you use code ALE. That's going to save you a shit ton of money. And those accounts are essentially better than Top Step. Once you pass them, you can choose daily payouts or weekly payouts. So it's honestly cool as fuck. Never been done before. Here, $1,000 per account. I just traded 2 contracts. Let me go over my thought process coming into the trading day. So, first things first, what do I notice? We have previous week's low resting below us, right? That's first thing I had in my mind. Last night, I saw all these kids making like $1 million shorting Asia. And I got so much FOMO. I was like, fuck me. Like, all these kids are making so much money shorting Asia. And you guys know I don't trade Asia. That's a bad habit that I had built in the past, and I'm done with that. So I didn't trade. Dude, wow. We're fucking dumping. So I didn't trade Asia. And I see, what is this? Low resistance liquidity, all leading up to previous week's low. So at this point in time, I see this shit at like 10 p.m. And I'm just praying at this point. I am praying we don't go all the way down and take out previous week's low overnight. By God's fucking hand, we got a miracle short, right? Ignore that. That is new day opening gap, right? If you take this high, right, and this low, you can see we respected OTE of the range. I told you guys treat this as a PD array, right? So imagine we tap into a PD array there, respected OTE of the range, while respecting also a bearish 1 hour gap, also a bearish 4 hour order block here. Let me delete the OTE in the gap now so you guys don't get confused, right? Matter of fact, let's just start fresh, right? You see this range. You see we have these lows resting below us. These are all targets for sell side, right? You see these lows. You see, all right, we're in a bearish 4 hour gap, right? You see this. This is an order block. Why is this an order block? Move to the upside before a break of structure to the downside. Where is the break of structure? Right here, right? We broke below the swing low. Where we break it? This candle? No, this candle right here. The 10 p.m. 4 hour candle broke structure below the swing low, making this an order block. So we traded up into an order block that is in a premium. We want to short in a premium, long in a discount. What is a premium? A premium is, this is your range, right? You want to short relatively high in the range. You don't want to short at the bottom of the range. Your risk to reward is going to be fucked. Now, what do I see here? Obviously, I'm waiting for more confirmation from price before just randomly shorting, right? But what do I notice? Midnight open, London lows, Asian lows. Very significant draws on liquidity resting below us. As we tap into OT of the range, we sweep London and Asian highs. Like I said, we tapped into an hourly gap up here, 4 hour order block. This is our 4 hour gap down here. You see that price break structure on the 5-minute time frame at market open. Now, we also get an open high, low close on the 5-minute. Ideally, a 5-minute gap would have been nice, but we didn't get that. We got a 5-minute open high, low close. Enough for me to take a trade. 3-minute gap. Now, we tap in. These are my draws, obviously, lower. Tapped into a 3-minute gap, and then what do we get? We swept this high, tapped into a PD array, and then got a candle closure below the last move to the downside before a sweep of this high. What is that? Change in state and delivery to the downside. I teach you guys this every day, right? Change in state and delivery to the downside, entered off that candle. Stops are actually tight as fuck right there. Obviously, take profits could have literally been this. It could have been this. Could have caught this if I wanted to, but I'm not a crazy trader like that. You guys know I take 1-to-1, so what I do, I took profits here. That's what I do, and that is what I make money off. Consistent base hits in the market. Right? Jesus. Like, I look like such a bitch when I'm showing you guys this, right? I entered here, and this is where price is at. I could have made like $1 million fucking dollars. But this is the trade I took to make around $1,000 per account. Like I said, I was very confident in this trade, so I was risking around $750 per XFA, which on a 50K, I consider high risk, but I also had a $2.4 thousand buffer built already. So it wasn't the highest risk. It was like 25. Joe, is that 25% of my account? Let's call it 30% of, yeah, 30%. I was risking 30% of my account on this trade, which on a funded account isn't terrible, but like I said, I recommend usually giving yourself 5 to 6 trades of wiggle room. I was just very confident in this trade, and if you guys saw the way these candles moved, I got edged so many times in this trade. It was actually ridiculous. I got edged here. This candle, the same thing. It kept swinging around, because if you take a look at ES at the same time of Nasdaq, ES was actually trading up here while I was shorting. Very uncorrelated. I was still very bearish though, right? 940. So yeah, if we take a look at where price was on Nasdaq, I was essentially shorting Nasdaq down here, while ES was pushing towards daily highs, right? So pretty uncorrelated assets. Recently, it's been that way, but we can't complain. We are going to trade what we are given, right? I see a lot of people complain about price action so bad in December, I'm blowing all my accounts. Dude, if you see price actions bad and it's not favorable, why are you risking a normal amount, and why are you trading a system that you know isn't as effective during that time of the season? And I do believe that certain times of the year aren't as favorable as others. I believe that's common knowledge and common sense. Do I think every January is good? Every December is bad? No. I've had good Decembers in the past. I'm having a good December this month. I just hit $15,000 in payouts. I just got a $5,000 payout today from Lucid Trading, and I requested a $10,000 payout from Tradeify like on the 2nd of December. So I'm already up to after profit splits, it's gonna be $14,000. That's not bad at all. Hopefully they can take another payout and get a 30K month. That would be fucking beautiful, right? And pretty simple, like I said, 3-minute gap, 1-minute CISD, withdrawals pushing lower. You cannot trade this system mechanically. I see a lot of people take trades like it was a gap tap and a CISD was a gap and an IFEG. If the draw isn't lower, the trade makes no fucking sense. You understand that? The draw has to be lower for your trade to make sense. Trade with the trend. The trend is your friend. There's a reason when you were an idiot and you first started trading, the first thing you ever heard was the trend is your friend. It's because it fucking is, right? Trade with the trend, all right? I hope you guys learned something new today and traded safe, and hope you guys trade even safer tomorrow. Have a blessed fucking day, and I will see you boys then, all right? Peace out. Free Discord is in the bio. Peace out.